I want people to look at you and be amazed at your life, because when they see you, they see the pattern that floweth in eternity. When an average man looks at a believer, he ought to see an image and a reflection of what flows in the heavens, because we have been designed by God's DNA. Y'all talk to me tonight. The Bible says, wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and your election sure. Make sure you understand what the calling of God is. Because if you don't understand what the calling of God is, you're going to be chasing after something that I never designed for you to chase after. You're going to be chasing after membership and success and a man and a van and money and another honey. You're going to be looking for stuff you ain't got no business looking for, because you don't understand what this calling is all about. In actuality, I hear the Lord said, now, come on, when you understand my calling, you will be looking for sick folk. You will be looking for broke folk, because you have the remedy of their healing. Come on, because God has invested something in you in the DNA that causes you to, come on, have power over everything that presents itself demonic in the realm of God's arena. So look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, that will not be so, because tonight I understand my calling and my election. My calling is to be virtuous. My calling is to walk in God's glory. And the glory of God is the marvelous acts of God, which simply means where God is, there ought to be a marvelous act of God. When the believers show up, there ought to be a marvelous act of God. Well, as saints show up, there ought to be a marvelous act of God, because you have ascended to a realm of glory and virtue that causes God's divine power to give you all things pertaining to life and godliness. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, with this anointing, I shall never fail. Look at three people and say, neighbor, my season of failing is over, because tonight I'm getting in the DNA of God, and I'm finding out everything that God has imparted in my life, and I'm going to walk into the earth, and I'm going to take over the territory of earth, because God has imparted a champion inside of me. Oh, y'all ain't talking to me tonight. I feel God stretching out in me. I feel him growing. Hold on, Tim. I feel that, come on, baby in Bethlehem moving to that 12-year-old child in the tabernacle. From that 12-year-old child to the grown man that's taken, which simply means that Jesus grew in the earth. And if he's in me, I want him to grow out of Bethlehem into the tabernacle, and from the tabernacle into Canaan, and from Canaan to the cross. Oh, y'all ain't talking to me tonight, but look at somebody in here and say that season is over, because God's DNA is flowing through my body. Y'all ain't talking to me here, but simply means Revelation chapter 1 verse 6 says, I made you kings and priests. You got my DNA now. Ain't no way in the world should you walk around defeated, depressed and oppressed, about to commit suicide with your calling. Y'all ain't talking to me tonight, but somebody said that DNA was designed to build a champion inside of me, and I feel that champion now rising on the inside. If you want to stay lightweight, you can stay right there, because I'm going to a heavyweight realm. I'm about to fight Mike Tyson. I'm about to fight George Foreman. Y'all ain't talking to me. I'm about to fight Evangelist Holyfield, because I'm growing to a rim of heavyweight. I'm walking in the spirit there. Are you hearing what I'm saying here? But tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, when I see you, I want to see the design of God. When I look at you, I want to see the design of God, because God said the saints shall judge the world. And what is the judgment? It's not point the finger at anybody, but others that God is raising up. They are inspectors, and inspectors go on property, and they see the building looks like the blueprint. Y'all ain't talking to me, but tell 3 people, say, neighbor, I'm going to keep on preaching to you until you look like the blueprint. I'm going to keep on witnessing to you until you look like the blueprint. I'm going to keep on prophesying until you look like the blueprint. I'm going to keep on laying my hands until you look like the blueprint. I've been called to be a Holy Ghost inspector, and I want to see the design of God. I didn't come in church not to see His design. I didn't get saved not to see His design. I didn't get Holy Ghost filled not to see His design. Oh, don't get mad at me when I tell you this is not the design of God, because I want to see the design in your life. Give somebody a high five and say, neighbor, oh neighbor, neighbor, can I preach to you? And I'm back in Lake Alfred. I'm going home to my wife now. And say, neighbor, oh neighbor, I want to see God's Holy Ghost design, because I'm amazed at what He can come up with. Y'all ain't talking to me. I've been looking for a long time. I've seen Tommy Hilfiger come out with a design. I've seen Polo come out with a design.